No question. It's looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learnt in the progression from it to the full product? So firstly, I feel that I've learnt how to actually construct a complete storyboard. So yeah, showing the transition from scene to scene and writing down like what shot types we would use there and why we'd use it there. Brainstorming like what type of story it would continue on to be as, and how to include camera movements into certain scenes and explain why we're using them. So that's one thing I learned. So creating a storyboard, yeah. Um, I've also learned how to like edit properly. Before I was quite clueless as to how to edit something, but as time progressed with the amount of videos that we made, I've become more capable of using the iMovie that we were using to create the films. Um, and lastly, the experimenting with different sounds. So, like, we wanted to use a certain song for the sequence when the character was running from away from the masked figure. So, we experimented with different songs, tried out different songs from like different artists, but we eventually settled on some. I think it was Enya again. I think it was Enya again. Was it Enya? I don't know, but we eventually settled on something. So that's the main point. And I also learned how to like add effects onto the actual film. So like the names that appear on the bottom left of the screen. I learned how to do that. That was mainly from a teacher telling us how to do it. Um, so yeah, I feel that I've learned quite a lot throughout making this video. Um, from the storyboard to how to like adding the finishing touches onto the film. So yeah, um, what we did after the film was also quite important because we needed to discuss how we would distribute it and all that stuff. So I've learned quite a lot of that from that as well because now I know that entertainment films would be a suitable thing to distribute our product with, and I learned that what kind of audience would be interested in our film, what kind of people would be interested in it, how we would attract people, and what we would use to actually like make the audience want to see more. So yeah, I've learned quite a lot, a reasonable amount at least. So yeah, um, I think that answers that question. So yeah, that's the last vlog I think.